podcast. I'm Evan,
I'm Jasper.
and let's dive right in, I guess.
Cool.
Uh,
So, how's it going, Evan?
Oh, it's going pretty great. It's been a hot minute,
It's been a hot minute.
which normally we could be like, oh, it hasn't been that long, but
No, it's been a while.
when we get to hockey talk, it's going to become very apparent.
Yeah, it's been-
it's been a while more than it should have been.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. We're college kids.
Yeah, we're busy.
We're busy.
We have finals. We have finals in like a week.
Don't
Jesus
stop.
Christ.
Put this in my pocket so that you can't pick up on it on the microphone. I'm
Pocket
I'm
chocolate?
professional.
Pocket chocolate.
Pocket chocolate. Oh,
Pocket chocolate.
that.
Chocolate in your pocket.
Are you referring to
The weird liquid on your hand the other day?
yeah, on my
Yeah.
this device? It's leaking. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's leaking. It's not. It was not melted pocket chocolate.
Oh. I wish,
Um,
it was melted pocket chocolate.
Pocket chocolate.
Pocket chocolate. I can't speak today. I'm tired. It's like 3. When we're recording, it's like 3 o'clock or 2:30.
I've been awake for an hour and a half. So
I've been awake for like 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
I had a long night.
so
Late. Yeah. Oh, thing. So due to a friend in our group, who will go unnamed, but you know who you are. You know who you are. I started watching Game of Thrones last night.
Ooh.
Holy hell, that show's amazing.
No, stop. I haven't watched it
No,
yet.
I'm not gonna say anything about it.
I-
But holy hell, that show.
I'm jealous because I've been wanting to watch it for a while.
Dude, you should. Watch
I
it,
mean,
it's great.
like I was waiting until summer so I could
Okay, yeah.
watch the whole
I
thing.
wanted to start watching it now so I don't forget to watch it.
Did we talk about you watching it on the podcast? I feel like we started.
I started watching it last night, so no.
No, I mean not.
I think we talked
were
about
talking about-
me wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, it's so good.
I
Dude. I watched so in one night I watched like 3 episodes.
and those are long episodes.
They're like hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
One was like hour and 20, like 30 minutes.
Damn.
The pilot though, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Jesus Christ. I
That's
see
awesome.
why people love that show so much.
Yeah.
It's so good. I'm not gonna talk about that because spoilers, and also you want to watch it.
Yeah.
so.
Spoilers. It's
Yeah.
not.
All I'll say is it's very good. And I
Yes.
know I'm really late to the show, but because the first season came out in like 2011, I think.
Right.
I'm really late,
Right.
but oh my god! To be fair, I was 11 when it first came out,
Yeah.
so
I was.
I
I
shouldn't
mean,
have watched it.
I was really late to Breaking Bad. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
me
watched
too.
that whole show after. It
I
came
still need to finish it, but it's really good. I'm gonna watch it over the summer.
out. Nice.
um,
Nice.
I just didn't have time to really get into it when it first came out, and also I had other stuff to watch.
How many seasons of that did you watch?
Not a lot, not a lot at all.
Well,
I'm really behind on my Breaking Bad stuff, but I know it's a very good show. I know it's amazing. Also, meth.
meth. Also meth.
Also chemistry,
That's true. He's
which is the worst science, but still. Physics for life, guys. Woo. I actually are getting signs of the right hand rule. No, none of you can see this, but it's the right hand rule. Yeah.
throw
So
up a picture of the right hand. Don't do it. It's a podcast.
yeah,
No images.
no
Images
images.
allowed.
Google it. It's cool. There's
Yeah.
so many right hand rules. Oh my god. Like, okay, this is a bit of a minor physics rant. So last semester, we learned like 2 right hand rules in the course of the entire semester.
I don't know what a right hand rule
All right,
is.
basically, a right hand rule is in physics. For example, the one I'm showing you now is sort of like a coordinate system, right? Either y-axis,
I
x-axis.
feel like we shouldn't talk about this. This is a very visual based lesson.
It's a technique used by physicists to. I added one extra ish in there. Who cares? It's a technique used in physics to determine the direction of things.
Okay.
So, for example, given like the velocity and the magnetic field direction, you can figure out the force on the particle using the right hand rule. It's really easy.
Okay.
Instead of doing math and figuring it out, you can just go boop, boop, it's over there. But last semester we learned like 2 of them, and they were really easy. This semester, in like the course of like a month, we learned like 3,
Nice.
and they're all very simple. Like for example, 2 of them are the exact same thing, but they mean different things in different contexts, and it's really annoying. But yeah, I have to memorize all of those before next Tuesday.
Oh, that's real fun.
Also, you said the equation sheet next to you.
Yes.
I have to memorize most of the equations,
Oh, good.
or not memorize the equations, but memorize how to where and how to use them.
Did they give you an
We
equation
get a
sheet?
crib sheet, yeah.
Yeah.
And also trig stuff, which is nice. Constants and
Nice.
speed of light is 3.9, 3 times 10 to the 9th
I want to
meters
sneeze.
per second squared.
I want to sneeze.
Sneeze.
No, it went away.
Oh,
Achoo.
I want to get him to sneeze on the air.
No, I can't do it.
yeah.
I really want to sneeze, but I can't. All right.
What's up?
So, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I want to talk about do our media segment because we both have. Do you have something to talk about?
In the media, the entertainment section?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Beautiful. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I've been talking for a bit, so.
All right, cool.
Jump right in.
I'm going to talk about a game that I started playing recently. Fallout New Vegas. It is okay. Fallout New Vegas is a post-apocalyptic action. I'm plagiarizing this.
Hold on.
Fallout-
For the record, here's a Wikipedia page up right now, and he's reading off the
Hang
Wikipedia
on.
page.
Fallout New Vegas is a post-apocalyptic action role-playing video game. It is a spin-off of the Fallout series and was developed by Obsidian Entertainment and published by Bethesda Softworks in October 9th of 2010. Whatever.
You was in 1990.
Not October of 1990. No.
Fallout began.
So, it's the most recent game is Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Okay, game, whatever. Fallout New Vegas is debatably, but almost unanimously agreed to be the best Fallout game.
Isn't there another one that came out recently that no one likes?
Fallout 76. We don't talk. That doesn't exist.
Okay,
No, that's not real.
fair enough.
But Fallout New Vegas is an incredible game because Fallout is a game of factions. It's
Yeah.
a game about politics, pretty much.
Mhm.
Politics in the post-apocalyptic world.
Which is always fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But when you get to choose who lives and who dies, it's fun.
Oh,
So I was playing recently, and I thought I've played this game before.
Mhm.
I thought I knew everything about it, or what? Not everything about it, but
you knew.
I thought I knew the rundown.
Yeah.
But when you really get into the game, it's a lot more deep than you think it is.
Yeah.
There are a few factions that you
Mhm.
can go with, and only a few factions actually impact the main story.
Okay.
And those would be Caesar's Legion, or Caesar's Legion, because it's pronounced Caesar in the game. NCR, which is New California Republic.
Yeah.
Mr. House, and Yes Man. And I will go through all of those really quick. Caesar's Legion is based on Rome.
Obviously.
NCR is based on modern day America.
Yeah.
Mr. House is based on a future like dictatorship, kind of robots protecting everything. And then Yes Man, you run the world, which is great. Not the world, but
who has the world?
you run,
Girls.
me run the world. Me, not girl. Me.
Me. I run.
I run girl. I run the girl.
I run the building.
No.
Oh yeah, keep going.
But it's amazing because every time I play this game, I'm like, oh, Caesar's Legion is just mindless like slavers and corrupt assholes. It's really fascinating because their leader is not just like a murderer. Well, he is, but he's not just like he is ruthless. He's not a mindless killer. He's book smart. He's probably the most book smart guy in the game. He's studied his plan. He knows like the economics of it all. He just thinks the best move is because America was nuked. Society is back so far that we need to revert to an ancient civilization and build our way back up.
It's actually something I've been thinking about recently. That sort of idea is because someone asked me a question. It's like, if the zombie apocalypse happened, would you survive? How long do you think you'd survive? And things like that. Like that kind of question. I was like, well, first of all, I'd probably die in the first couple months. I mean, I'm weak.
Yeah,
I don't have any guns. I don't have any weapons. I'm a teenager, weak, whatever, right? But it got me thinking. Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing about Fallout is it's 200 years after the bombs fall.
Yeah.
So weapons are scattered all over the place. So you can go basically anywhere and find a weapon.
I mean, like Walking Dead.
Exactly.
Zombies happen.
It's much
like
harder to begin.
Later. What I'm thinking is that conversation got me thinking. What would the society be like? Because we have no power.
Yeah.
For the most part, because you need people to run the power stations.
Right.
They'd all be dead or fleeing.
Yeah.
There'd be no government for the most part.
It's really interesting that you said that because that's another part of New Vegas.
There's no money. Money means nothing anymore. There's no banks. So
all you're saying leads perfectly into what I'm talking about.
I feel like we go back to a sort of a colonial era kind of society.
Right.
Which I think is kind of awesome in a way.
Yeah,
because it allows you to restart society and rebuild the world.
I don't remember if this was in a game or if this was in real life, but I've heard like nuclear bombs referred to as like the reset button.
Yeah,
Like
basically, yeah.
like you bomb the world and then you reset society back 200
Hmm.
years and you do it again.
Hmm.
Like
I've heard that said before. Again, I'm not sure if it's game or
yeah.
whatever. But yeah,
Um
it's interesting to think about like what would happen to the human race if we could survive the zombie apocalypse
yeah.
or an apocalypse
Yeah.
or an
How
how would we
our
change?
progress shoot off
Yeah,
in a different direction?
yeah.
Um
Um. Whew. Also, going off that the apocalypse thing. Uh, I think I mentioned this to you off, not on recording, but so my professor, where we have a goal in our class where we try to derail him and talk about something random for like 20 minutes if possible or longer. It's good times. Um, we got to talk. We got him to talk about asteroids. Last a few classes ago, and it's kind of scary. We can do nothing if an asteroid's coming towards us right now. The best option we have. Okay, so bit of context: light can apply a force to an object, right? If there's enough light on an object, it can move. Um, and at the speeds an asteroid's moving, a little bump in one direction will make it go past us. It won't do much. So what people are thinking about doing, one of the options is, let's just paint the asteroid white with a probe, go up there, paint it white, and have a bump be pushed out of the way from by sunlight. That's our only option,
Wow.
bar like missiles and stuff. But missiles wouldn't help much because they just blow the thing up and all the chunks would fall down
yeah.
and be super damaging. So it's kind of weird to think about. Like we can do basically nothing if an asteroid's going to
Great.
close us.
This is
So
exactly what I wanted to hear about.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's the perfect for the post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
discussion of Fallout.
Yeah.
I do have more to say,
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
of course,
I just
because
jumped in. Yeah.
no, I appreciate it because that was a very fascinating, very troubling, very
Yeah.
fascinating.
Asteroids are fun, guys. Space is cool.
But so, what was I talking about? I was talking about how
The factions.
yeah,
and
and
Caesar.
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 Yeah. So he's like very. It's a very realistic way to think about it, but he's very cruel and
Mhm.
not a cool guy.
Yeah.
But it's after I saw that, I was kind of looking into it a little bit more. It's really interesting that all like the factions are kind of based on different cultures, but
Mhm.
despite all the cultures being
And
pretty much
different time
wiped off the
periods
map.
too.
Yeah, so exactly what you said. Like there's Caesar's Legion, which is Rome.
Mhm.
There's the NCR, which
Which
is
is
modern day America,
yeah.
which is interesting because each faction has its own like drawbacks.
Mhm.
Like Caesar's Legion is basically evil, and after Caesar dies, it's probably going to crumble.
Mhm.
And then
Like Rome.
the NCR is very bureaucratic,
Mhm.
and there's taxes, and it's disorganized. It's
Mhm.
very American.
Yeah.
Mr. House is a dictatorship, and then Yes
Obviously.
Man. I don't know what the drawback. I'm doing that one. That's the one I'm
You're playing
choosing
Yes Man?
because I wanna
Figure it
run
out.
I wanna run the world.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I don't actually want
But-
to run the world, but
And then there's secondary factions like Followers of the Apocalypse, which is
Mhm.
basically a religious kind of group.
Yeah.
That's
kind
supposed
of
to
kind
help.
of like a cult.
Yeah, but they're also like their goal is to use technology to help the
Oh,
world.
that's cool.
And then the Brotherhood of Steel, which is to hoard
I've
technology
heard about that.
and stop people. Yeah, stop
Okay.
people from using it.
I
And well,
yeah.
they're like nomads.
Okay.
From what I hear, no, not nomads, but like very secluded. They don't let anybody in,
Mhm.
which is like another culture point.
Yeah.
Anyway,
'Cause they don't.
It's
they don't get
interesting
exposed to
how
things.
they created a world where the bombs drop, and then 200 years later, all these groups are emulating different eras of
Mhm.
society, and they're all clashing.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's weird. I have New Vegas on my computer, my desktop. I bought the game.
What?
I've never played it.
You need to.
I played like 10 minutes of it, and then other things came up, and I was like,
Oh,
I want to play this game more.
It's so fantastic.
I do want to play it.
I don't know
the
how
game
you
is
could
amazing.
not keep playing it after the intro where he's like, from where you're kneeling, it's supposed to look like an 18-karat run of bad luck.
I
Truth
don't know.
is, the game was rigged from the start, and he shoots you in the fucking head. It's amazing.
I don't know. I just didn't get into it. I will play it though. I've been meaning to play it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Last thing I'm gonna say about the game. There's a character in it called the Forecaster,
Okay.
and very weird. He's a kid. He's a little kid,
Mhm.
and he wears this crown on his head.
Mhm.
And he calls it his headache medicine. And when he takes the medicine off, he can see things.
Okay.
He can think. it's so cryptic and interesting because you pay him
Mhm.
100 caps, which is
The
there's so much more I want to say about the
I do know
game
the caps.
because you said
Yeah.
like, oh, when there's the apocalypse, money has no value.
So they use
They
bottle
create
caps.
new
Yeah.
value, and
Nuka-Cola
that's very
bottle caps,
interesting.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Nuka-Cola
I do know
caps.
some things about the game, just
Yeah.
from like pop culture,
Yeah,
being sort of exposed to it. But yeah,
and the guy who bought Fallout 4 using his collection of bottle caps.
yeah, that was awesome.
But this guy, when he takes off his helmet, um, he says things to you, and so I paid him to tell me about me, and
Mm.
he said like all this amazing stuff. He was like, you were shot in the head, odds are against you 2-1, but you got up. The
Mm.
whole world is against you, but they're just numbers now after the 2-1.
Mhm.
Like, and then he said forecast rapidly changing conditions, and then like I got shivers all over my whole body.
Oof.
Which is a sensation called frisson. I looked it up.
Ooh.
And it's
That word drop.
it's such a like, oh, I don't know why, like that's such a that's a character you'd never have to talk to. Like he's
Yeah.
on literally the side of the road at a random trading post,
Mhm.
and you can talk to him, and he will like
Tell
it
you.
changes based
Yeah.
on who's with you or what's
Oh,
going
that's really
on
cool.
in like the wasteland. It's fantastic.
I love games that pay attention to world building.
Yeah.
And don't just make it.
Fallout New Vegas does that.
Yeah. Because there's some games that just sort of they're great games. Play wise, they're really fun. But they're just not very interesting because the world's a cookie cutter world.
Yeah. No,
Where
I definitely agree with that.
It's not replayable in my opinion. I can't think of a good example right now, but it's not replayable.
Yeah.
From the way you're talking about this, New Vegas seems incredibly replayable.
Yeah. No, it definitely well, it is for many reasons. There's so many choices you make.
Yeah.
It's also a game of choices, you know.
Yeah.
You choose what happens to the characters, which factions come into power, which factions
Mhm.
get destroyed. So you play it with like an evil character, you play it with a good character,
Yeah.
you play it with a mercenary, you
Yeah.
do all these different things. That's the amazing thing about Bethesda games, and
They're great.
and it's hard to talk about them now after they made like Fallout 76, and they're doing a lot of stuff that people don't
Yeah.
like, but
No, wait, there's just one
overall
game.
they're a fantastic publisher
Oh,
because they
there's this one game that I think is amazing in terms of like the world. I can't remember what it's called right now.
do you know what it's about?
No, I played it. What was it? It'll come to me. But I want to talk about there's so much more boring and everything, but a book that I've
Nice.
been reading recently. So if you can't tell, I like math.
Mm-hmm.
I really love math. I love numbers. So our math and comp sci department host paid for us to go to a math conference like 2 weeks ago. Up there.
Do
And
you talk to them? I'll listen.
yeah, he's blows nose. No, behind you. I'm directing Evan Heddy, but where the tissues are. You fool. But yeah, so they paid for us to go to a math conference a few weeks ago, which was really cool. Math is fun. Do math.
No.
Oh. And the cool thing is, I went to a talk by the woman who wrote my calc textbook, which is kind of cool. And she recommended this book to us, sort of offhand. You're like, it was a talk about a class she teaches for non-math students to get their math like requirements done, which is really cool because I love that kind of stuff. It's all about fractals and computer programming. It's really cool. And 3D printing. But she recommended a book that they all had to read, called "Things to Make and Do in the Fourth Dimension" by Matt Parker. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's a really it's a layman's book, right? It's a pop math book. But it talks to these really cool things. I just started it.
I keep nodding to show that I'm listening.
But
You can't hear that, but I'm here. I'm paying attention.
You're listening. I believe you, man. But it's all about, well, as the title says, things to make and do in the fourth dimension, and weird math puzzles, and like it's really cool. And it's interesting because the guy who wrote it is a mathematician. Like
Right.
he studied math, he teaches math. A really smart dude, but he's also a stand-up comedian. And runs a YouTube channel. I'll put all the links down below because this.
Yes,
I recommend it 100%. He does a lot of work with this channel called Numberphile, which also down below. Very good channel. If you're at all interested in math, go check their stuff out. But anyway, this book, read it. I can lend you the copy if you want. It's so good. It's a thick book.
I never read, so
It is a thick book. he did a talk at the Royal Institute, I think it's called, RI in London about the book, about one of the parts of the book, which is really cool. Um,
Nice.
I really like math.
I know you
Uh,
do.
I like it so much that for my final English project or paper, I did research on math education, and I had to present that to people
Yeah.
later
Yeah.
and like this week. It's gonna
That's
be
fun.
so
That's really
boring.
fun. I have to do a presentation tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's on economic development.
Mhm.
It's I'm studying the effects of war on education in
War.
developing countries.
Oh,
War
cool.
never changes.
It does not change.
It's following
War.
Vegas. It's
Huh.
following in general.
What is it good for? Oh yeah, that reminds me. The book reminds me of something. So I think like last month, at some point last month, I watched a movie called The Man Who Knew Infinity.
Hmm.
So it's about this guy. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his first name because it's hard to pronounce, but it's he's known as Ask Ramanujan, brilliant mathematician. But the interesting thing about him is he came from India, had essentially zero mathematical training.
Right.
He went to I think he went to elementary school, then nothing else.
Okay.
He worked multiple jobs. He was broke, basically homeless for most of his life.
Okay.
And then but he was a genius, and he believed that, or he wrote, he figured out these amazing mathematical things, but he wrote them all down in this
Right.
book, and then he sent parts of the book to Cambridge to this guy G.H. Hardy, I believe. It's Hardy, G.H. Hardy, I think his name was, and then brought him over and taught him how to do it formally, and it was so. I love it. The movie's amazing too. Good actors, good movie. Um, and unfortunately, I mean, he died. He got really, really sick, and died at like the age of 35, I think.
Oof.
Which was really rough for people.
I just really legitimately said oof.
You said
to
oof.
a guy dying.
And there's a famous story about G.H. Hardy was sort of his mentor, and the guy brought him over to Cambridge. And there's a story basically about the taxi Hardy took to go see Ramanujan before he died.
Right.
I believe the taxi number was, I believe, 1729. I'm gonna double check that, but basically, he said he apologized to Ramanujan, but basically saying the number was really not interesting. I'm sorry about that, because yeah, 1729, because Ramanujan was obsessed with numbers and what they mean and weird things about the numbers. And he walks into the ward and says, "Sorry, but I took a taxi 1729. Not an interesting number." And Ramanujan's like, "That's where you're wrong, Hardy. 1729 is the smallest number who is the sum of uh, three cube numbers. I think. Let me double check that, but I think it's again. I should know this. Three prime numbers." Basically, it's a really good movie. I recommend watching it. Yeah, it's a sum of two cubes in three different ways. Yeah, it's a sum of 1 cubed plus 12 cubed, and also 9 cubed plus 10 cubed. And it's the smallest number to have that property.
Huh.
And I think it's not the most, for a non-mathematician or non-math guy, it's not the most interesting movie because it's all about math.
Right.
But it's also all about this guy who, at the time, it was like the 1900s, like early 1900s. So a lot of racism in England at the time.
Right.
So they didn't believe he could do anything. And part of, basically, Cambridge, there's this rule where you cannot walk on the grass unless you're a fellow.
Yeah.
He walked on the grass a couple times, got yelled at. And the department, the society, would basically refuse to give him a fellowship until G.H. Hardy and then another guy, Littlewood, I don't remember his first name, went and fought for him to get. So basically, you can get a fellowship, which is a local thing in Cambridge.
Right.
It's just like you're a Cambridge fellow, or you can get a royal fellowship.
Okay.
They fought, and that's way higher than anyone else can get at Cambridge. They went to many people fought for this, and Ramanujan got a royal fellowship.
Nice.
I believe that's what it's called.
Rad.
Basically, he got a really. Let me double check that. Basically, You got a really high honor F4S. Basically, no. Degree, that's what I want. Not the car. Fellow of the Royal Society. Really high honor. I've been talking about this for a while. But cool thing. This guy, Ramanujan, actually inspired the character from Good Will Hunting.
Oh, that's really cool.
He's sort of
that's a
inspired
movie
by that
I
character.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually interesting to think about because, like,
Because
I mean, there's so many parallels. This like really poor dude who has no education. He's actually a genius.
Right.
Gets befriended by a mathematician, basically.
Right.
And proves these amazing things. That's Ramanujan and
I want to watch that movie
Good
again.
Will Hunting or Will Hunting.
I need to watch that movie again.
Let's watch that movie again. Speaking of movies and TV shows, let's talk about Stranger Things.
Wait, I thought we were saving it till the end.
Oh yeah, we should say that today. Never mind.
Oh,
let's cut that out. I see the snap.
How about hockey?
Oh yes, your hockey talk.
Yes. Okay. So,
I'm gonna be quiet
since it's been a while, since the last one, a lot of stuff has happened, and maybe you can hear it in my voice that I'm not happy about some of the stuff that happened.
We got an angry boy, guys.
Not an angry boy. It's
got a sad boy.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. So the Capitals. The day we recorded last, it was Game 7 of their series against the Carolina Hurricanes.
The Carolina Hurricanes.
Carolina Hurricanes. They lost.
Of course.
They went to double overtime. They fought really well. I don't think they were, for the first overtime they weren't playing very well. Second overtime they weren't playing very well. I knew they were going to lose, but it was still tough. But here's the real hockey talk. The real hockey talk. They moved on to fight the Islanders, which
where are they from?
The Islanders are from New York.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, we have more than one team in New York?
Yes, you have the New Rangers.
The New Rangers.
You have the Rangers and the Islanders.
Wait, I know what borough? Because I know we have two like baseball teams.
Yeah.
They're from different boroughs, basically.
Yeah.
Are the Rangers and the Islanders from different boroughs?
I would assume.
I assume the Islanders are from Long Island.
Yes.
And then
that would be correct.
Rangers are from
somewhere else.
Somewhere. One of the boroughs. I think I'd assume like Brooklyn or the Bronx or something.
I don't know.
I don't know sports.
I don't know about those teams because I don't care about them. Yeah. No, well, the Islanders are being coached by our coach from last year.
Oh, cool.
Or should I say we're being coached because the Canes moved on to the second round and swept them in 4 games. Which makes me feel less bad about losing to them in 7. Because here I was thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe the Islanders will take it to the Cup. Which I kind of didn't want to happen because they have our coach. We should have signed that coach on for a second year and we didn't. So if they won, that would have felt like our win.
Yeah.
Like it should have been our win.
Yeah.
I mean, the coach doesn't make the team, but he sure as hell helps.
Yeah.
Because that team was not good going into this year, and they pulled it together. They were number 1 in our division for a while, but we ended up with the number 1 spot. But still, the point is, the Canes beat the Islanders, and I'm happy about that because now I feel better as a Caps fan, taking them to 7 games.
Yeah.
So less disappointed after that. If you would have talked to me maybe like the night after the game, I would definitely be like, oh, the Caps suck. Well, not really, but I would be like, oh, I'm disappointed they lost to a lower seed team, but this is a lower seed team that clearly very much wants it. In other news, since the Capitals are gone, I am moving on to watch the San Jose Sharks.
Okay.
Which are San Jose team, California.
Oh,
all the
I
way
didn't believe that. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah. They actually call themselves Caps West. We call Caps Sharks East because after the Sharks lost to Vegas, all of the fans were rooting for us because the Sharks really hate Vegas.
Yeah.
For good reason. They're not a very nice team, especially their one player, Reeves. I don't like him at all. He starts a lot of fights and he's a really dirty, rough player. So is Tom Wilson, but shut up. No, shut up. No. Everyone hates Tom Wilson. He's probably one of the most hated.
I don't
Guys.
know who he is.
He's a Caps player. He hits a lot of people, starts a lot of fights.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm watching them now, so more news on them. They're up 3-2 against the
other team?
Colorado Avalanche, which the Avalanche has our old goalie. Philip Grubauer.
I'm gonna Google a thing quickly. I'm still listening.
Cool. So beating him will feel good. Because I don't know, I really like the Sharks this season for no reason. Hey, that rhymed. But the other team that I don't want, there's one team that I don't want to win the whole thing, the Bruins, and they're up 3-2.
Okay. Where are they from again? I know that name.
Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me.
They're
playing. Keep going. But that reminds me of something.
All right, I'm about to wrap up.
All right, cool.
They're playing. Oh crap. How did I forget which team? Oh, they're playing the Columbus Blue Jackets, which swept the Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round.
Okay.
Very admirable because they, like I said before, they'd never ever won a single series in playoffs before. So sweeping the team with the President's Trophy tied for the most wins in a season, that's big.
A big deal, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. The point is, there are some teams that are doing good that I don't want to do good. My team is doing good. I want them to do good.
Your new team.
My new team. Yes.
Yeah. Sharks.
Yes. Go Sharks.
Woo.
Oh wait, actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull up my list because I actually made a list of from top to bottom teams that I want to win. So Sharks number 1, then the Blue Jackets, who are losing to the Bruins right now. The Stars, I'm not sure where their series is. I think they play tonight though.
Where are the Sharks from?
They're from Dallas.
Dallas. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Then the Blues, which the Stars are playing, so kind of on even levels there. I don't really, whatever. The Canes, who I've already won. The Islanders knocked out.
Okay.
The Avalanche, who are playing the Sharks, which are my number 1 spot. So I really don't want the Avalanche to win. And then the Bruins, who I don't like at all. I don't hate them, but they're the least interesting team to me. They've won before. I've seen them do good before. I want to see a different team. Like, I don't care about Boston in the slightest. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's my hockey talk. I'm done.
Good job. That was shorter than
hockey talk.
Hockey talk. And that felt shorter than the last one.
It probably was.
I think you talked faster.
And also
fewer things to talk about.
Yeah, I didn't have the Tampa Bay Lightning thing to talk about. I didn't have the Islanders sweeping the Penguins.
Yeah.
I didn't have the Caps to complain about.
Yeah. I have a random, not hockey related thing at all, but it's a random sports thing that I learned a while back that I forgot about until just now.
Also, the other reason is because by the time we recorded last time, the whole first round was done except for the Capitals. The Capitals were the only game left in the entire series, so I had to talk about every single series that ever happened. Anyway, go on.
Random thing about the LA Dodgers.
Okay.
Do you know where their name comes from?
No.
They used to be a New York team, right? In New York, used to have tram lines,
right,
going through the city. They did, and the Dodgers were from somewhere in New York. I don't remember exactly where. I think it was Brooklyn. But again, not a baseball guy. I just heard this fact. It's a nice shirt, by the way. They got their name because people in that area used to dodge the tram lines because they'd run across the street to avoid being hit by a tram. So the Dodgers, and then they moved to LA, and now they're the LA Dodgers.
Nice,
but still the same kind of deal. Yeah. I may have this the original city wrong. Hold on, but they're Dodgers original owner. But yeah, basically, no, that's not helpful. Original. Sorry, I don't feel confident. Brooklyn. They're from Brooklyn.
Okay.
And Brooklyn used to have tram lines going through it, so they dodge things at times. Yeah, I was gonna say something else. What was I gonna say?
I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I don't know what I was gonna say. It had to do with Boston, but I don't remember what it was.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Huh. Okay, never mind.
All right. Now, we had something else we were going to talk about. We were talking about this the other night.
Oh, yeah, the memory thing.
The memory thing, yes.
Yeah.
The question was, I believe, if you could upload certain memories and relive them, which ones would you upload?
I think there's more, if you could upload certain memories, would you?
I think most people would, just so you could relive them.
Yeah, because, Alzheimer's is a thing.
But I think more interesting would be to relive them, what would you do? Or which ones would you do?
Oh, like if it's a sort of a VR kind of thing.
Yeah, if you could,
plug in, jack into it.
yeah,
All the
exactly.
Matrix.
If you could upload your memories and watch them later,
I would
like,
do that.
yeah,
I would
exactly.
totally do that.
I would personally relive winning the Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
I was in Capital One Arena at the viewing party when it happened. It was
nice.
the most energetic, exciting moment.
Yeah.
I cried.
Of course you did.
Full disclosure, I cry at things.
We
I'm
have an
happy.
emotional boy over here.
Which also reminds me of January 9th this year. I would also relive. It was snowing. There were street lights. It was romantic.
Yeah.
I cried then too. Except that was a much more violent crying. Violent, happy crying.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. Would you want to upload? I mean, not even your entire consciousness, just your memories. Would you feel safe doing that? Because what if the computer gets destroyed?
Well, do I lose the memories?
No, you still have them.
Well, then whatever.
But then you have to do it again.
So what?
It costs money.
Okay, well, screw it.
It's worth the risk, I think. In my opinion, it's worth the risk, and I would do it.
Which ones would you do?
Oh.
I should mine.
That's a hard choice. Okay, this is really sappy, but when I was a little kid, maybe like 10 or so, I rode on the back of my grandpa's motorcycle for the first time. And I was the only grandkid to ever do that.
That's awesome.
I think I was. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one to ever do that. We all went in the sidecar and all that stuff, but it was either that memory or riding in a Porsche for the first time.
Yeah,
top down.
I remember you talked about that.
I love those windows. They're hand crank windows.
Oh yeah.
They're not electric, and nowadays that's garbage. No one likes it.
Oh dude,
but I love them.
I would love that.
It's honestly so cool. I don't know. I paid my Coke, but yeah. Well, either one of those two memories, probably most likely, would be one of the ones I would choose.
That's awesome.
Chosen. Can't speak today.
Oh no, I had something I was gonna say. I don't remember what it was though.
I have a second question.
All right.
If you could, okay, is there a movie that if you could remove the memory of you watching the movie and go watch it again for the first time ever, is there a movie that you would do that for? Like basically, a movie that if you could watch it for the first time again, what is a movie you would watch for the first time all over again?
I don't know. Movies I have less of an experience with.
Okay.
Video games.
Okay.
Absolutely, I do that. But if you're asking movies, it's really, I don't feel a connection to movies as much as I do with.
Okay, video games. What's a video game you'd want to play for the first time ever again?
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2 Explorers of
Sky. Why did I do that? Why didn't I know that was me the answer? It's not like we talked about this
also,
2 days ago.
Like Skyrim.
Okay,
like
that's a good point.
Because now I play it, I know exactly what's going on. I go to the same places, I do the same things. Imagine just playing that for the first time again, not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
I can hardly remember the feeling of like escaping the dragon for the first time, going to Riverwood for the first time, like slaying your first dragon. Dude, what all that felt like, I don't remember.
Flooding back.
I don't remember any of it. Like, all I can remember is the countless times I've done it now.
Yeah.
Like probably 50, 100 times now because I start so many new games. Just that's all I can like remember is everything I know instead of everything I've experienced. It's just a memory bank, not an experience bank, and it sucks. Because I want to live that again. On the other hand, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I have specific memories of.
Yeah, I mean,
because that was the first Pokemon game I ever got.
Was that your first game?
Or no, my first game was Jack and Daxter for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Which is another amazing game. But Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2 was the first Pokemon game I ever got. Because I didn't know it wasn't an actual Pokemon game. That's a spin-off. But that's a game for the DS, by the way. It was released in 2009. Explorers of Sky was released in 2009. Explorers of Darkness and Time was released in 2008 in September, I believe. The Explorers of Sky was released a couple weeks ago today. When this was recorded. But anyway. I remember I wasn't supposed to play it. I got it for a trip to Florida. We were going to Disney World.
Nice.
I wasn't supposed to play it until then, but I snuck behind my grandparents' couch and I put it in my DS and I started playing it. And I was like, this is really awesome. Like this is a neat little. I was a little kid. I was like, this is a neat game. Like I've never experienced anything like this. And then can I go on a memory rant? Is that okay?
Go ahead.
I know you can't. You don't have much to say to this, which is unfortunate. But interject when you want to interject. But I remember I played it on the flight,
Okay.
and that was when I got to the first boss. I had trouble with it. Because that game is not easy when you're a kid. Like it's kind of a difficult game. You got to know what you're doing before you can start
Doing it.
doing it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I
It's
had
like it's
that
like
memory,
life.
and then I have the memory of finishing the game, which is also at my grandparents' house for whatever reason.
Mhm.
You would think that I go to my grandparents' house a lot, but I really didn't.
Hmm.
But it was maybe my first all-nighter ever.
Nice.
I was in the guest room. I was sleeping in the sleeping bag on the floor.
As one does.
And I remember playing it and reaching the end of the game, which that game has a complete tearjerker of an
No,
ending.
yeah, you mentioned it's the beach, right?
Yes,
Or that part of the game.
that's where it truly ends. But
Okay.
the true ending is when you're coming out of the final boss arena.
Got it.
And I don't know if I should spoil this.
I wouldn't. I mean,
yeah.
To be fair, people who are gonna play it, I've already played it, but I still wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
'Cause I might play it.
Yeah. No, you absolutely should. So I'm not going to say anything about it. It's just, it was completely emotional. I'd never experienced that from a video game before.
And can I interject? I can attest to this because I've seen your wallpaper on your computer, which
Yeah.
is which
Well,
was,
actually, it's different now.
Oh
But
no!
I'm going to change it back.
It was the sunset,
Well,
the beach thing.
my phone wallpaper. This is
But no, purely visual moment here,
yeah,
and no one else
sorry.
can see. Yeah,
But yeah, that's basically my girlfriend made a thing about it.
Oh,
Every time I mention her, you go, oh,
because it's funny.
no, and then
Yeah.
finishing this memory, and then we can move on to Stranger Things.
Why I actually need to answer the question myself though.
Okay, good.
I have a,
Good.
Yeah.
I'm talking very fast because I'm very excited. Right now.
Yeah,
I'm very
you
elevated.
can't tell who loves this game.
No, I absolutely love this game.
Mhm.
But the sun was coming up, and the game was ending, and I was holding back tears because my sister was asleep in the bed, like a few feet away. So I was holding back tears, playing this game, like completely like dumbfounded at what was happening. I don't remember what my partner was, but I know I was a Chimchar, I think. Because I remember getting the naive type, and I was like, "What does naive mean?"
Naive, I don't know yet.
I was very
I'm
naive.
a child.
No, yeah, I like. If I could relive the experience of going through that game, experiencing all like the wonder that I feel, even when I play it now, I experience like
it's an important game to you.
A remnant of that feeling, but it's not the same as it was back then.
Okay.
All right, it's your turn.
All right, my answer. Oh, okay. The Avengers.
Okay.
The first Avengers movie, or the first Star Wars film, New Hope.
That's a good one too.
I didn't see Star Wars in theaters until recently. I'm going to quickly talk about that. My brother goes to school in Jersey, and they at the theater near a school, they did a live orchestra rendition of A New Hope.
Oh, I did that. I saw that for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh my god, it was so good. It's crazy because you kind of forget that they're there.
Yeah.
You're just watching A New Hope on a massive screen.
Yeah.
With an audience, and the cool thing is there were kids there who had never seen it before.
Oh.
And there's also kids who had seen it before. And there was one scene where she was like, "Get him, Luke, get him!" When he was flying down the trench to shoot the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you should blow him up. Luke was like, "Oh God, I love you, kid." That's me.
Can this be my kid, please? Let me have this kid.
Right now. Yeah, if I could, I would. You know what? Actually, I would want to delete that experience, seeing A New Hope in theaters.
Oh, okay.
I mean, by proxy, seeing A New Hope in general. But if I could do that again for the first time,
yeah,
I literally. So my favorite song ever in movies is a song called "Binary Sunset." And so Luke's standing on the dune. It's also called, I think, the Skywalker theme. So he's standing on the dune, looking at the two suns.
Is it that
one?
That one,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's that song. Love
I don't know
that
if
song.
that'll pick up on that.
Probably not, or maybe a bit.
That's a really good song.
It's my favorite song in all movies.
It's a fantastic song.
It's actually in a playlist on here. It's by itself. It's just because it's hard to find that song for some reason. Because it's all like remixes of it. I don't know why. It's weird. But also I thought of an answer to the if you could upload a memory to a computer thing. One memory I would upload is I don't think she listens to this podcast, but my ex. We had this really nice day where she was a counselor at a camp, so she had to leave real early in the morning to get there. And one day we both woke up at like 5 in the morning, or earlier than that actually. Went to this hill near in our town, got bagels, and just sat there for hours, for a few hours.
Nice.
And that's I think one of my favorite. I mean, we're not to get together anymore. That's one of my favorite memories of like that summer
Right.
because I didn't need to get up at 4:30 in the morning, but I did, and I did it. And it was like, it's just awesome.
You know, another memory. You're in this memory. When we went out to the stars to see the stars.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Seeing the shooting star on my own.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
magical.
you saw a great one.
I saw an incredible one, but I don't know, just being out there with you because you're a good friend of mine. And
Clearly.
looking at the stars, like that clearly.
100%. You know what? I have another great memory I would upload. Seeing the Milky Way for the first time.
Ooh, I've never seen the Milky
in its
Way.
full glory.
I've never seen the Milky Way.
You're coming to Cape Cod with me.
All right. I'd love to.
Oh my god. So there's a beach in Cape Cod I go to every year, or usually every year. And it's so remote.
Right.
You can see the Milky Way in its full glory for the most part. And the first time I saw it, I think I cried a little bit. Bells are ringing.
Bells.
Bells.
Okay, it's just a 15.
The bells of St. John. It's a Doctor Who episode, I think.
Is it?
Or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
All right, we should talk about Stranger Things.
All right, this is the part where we're going to start talking about Stranger Things, episode 1.
Yeah,
so if you haven't seen it yet, probably don't watch this if you're not planning on seeing it, but there will be spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't care about spoilers and you're not gonna watch it,
yes,
feel free to listen. We have some fun. Yeah.
Cool. So if you don't want to watch the segment, we will catch you in the next episode because this is the end of the episode, basically. So yeah.
Let's jump right in. I had troubles watching it.
Yeah.
My Netflix has been kind of iffy recently.
Yeah.
But I do remember a lot about it. It's a nostalgia trip.
Even
though we didn't grow up in that time period, it's still a nostalgia trip.
I'm pulling up my notes.
Okay.
Because I took notes. I watched more than the first episode.
Yeah.
But all right. So
you're right on this one.
Cool.
You've seen it.
Cool.
Well,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I like talking. I like ranting. So the movie starts.
Show.
I already messed it. I was like, I gotta get this right. The movie starts.
The play starts in 1930s.
The musical starts.
Louisiana.
No. All right. The show starts. Fudge. I don't remember if this is actually how it starts. One of the opening scenes. Is the dudes, the guys.
I'm gonna cut you off for 1 second. What's the rating of the first episode out of 5?
Oh, the first episode?
Yeah.
The first episode got me to watch the entire series.
Yeah, but like if you could rank it out of 5, how many stars would you give?
I don't know. I'd give that whole show 5 stars probably.
Okay, fair enough. So overall, it's like 5-star show.
Yeah, I don't.
I agree.
I'm a terrible
I agree. By the way, I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
The show is amazing. But yeah.
Okay. So it starts off with them all playing
Dungeons and
Dragons, and them being Dustin, Lucas, Finn Wolfhard. What's his name?
Keep talking.
I don't know my Finn. And what is it? Richie and it. No. Lucas, Dustin. Okay.
Give me a second.
Lucas, the African American guy. Dustin, the guy with the teeth
I will
thing.
read out the cast names. Dustin, Mike, Lucas, Will.
Oh,
and
Dustin's not his name.
And 11.
Okay, I'm really dumb. Sorry.
I think there's one more. But
Lucas, Mike. Who was Finn Wolfhard?
Finn Wolfhard is Mike.
Oh, Dustin is
Dustin's the guy with the list.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should cut this. We should cut a lot of where I'm trying to figure out the cast names out.
You know what? All right, guys, we're gonna restart the review right now. So let's talk about Stranger Things.
All right. So, you didn't watch it.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I do remember quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you have watched it before.
I've seen it like twice, I think.
Yeah. So I took notes
as
on
you do,
it.
because you're a nerd.
Well, I wanted to get it right. I'm going to be running this first discussion pretty
because
much.
I haven't seen it in a while.
The movie starts with movie. I said movie again. Whatever. The show starts. I'm a fool.
There's a reason why you don't review TV shows.
I like how you said movies too.
I was going to say movies and TV shows. And I realized.
Okay. Anyway, the TV show starts with Dustin, Lucas, Mike, the Will.
Yes.
They are playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And whatever, blah blah blah. the Demogorgon comes in.
Yeah.
Which is a Dungeons and
A
Dragons,
Duncan.
a Dungeon and Dragon enemy, and he comes in, and Will, one of the kids, is supposed to cast a spell.
Mhm.
He chooses to cast Fireball. He chooses to cast Fireball. I couldn't remember if he casted Protection or Fireball.
Mhm.
He chooses to cast Fireball. They roll the die. The die gets lost. And then Mike goes upstairs, and the other kids see the results of the die. This is actually important. I'm not going to narrate the entire show. This is important.
Line by line.
And it's a 7. He needs a 12 to cast. It's a 7.
Oh, I love it. I think I should be going with this. I love this part.
Yeah. So they all have to leave because it's a school night. It's late. So they're all leaving, and then Will and Mike are kind of alone because Will's the last one to leave with the rest of them. And Will says to Mike, "It was a 7. Like, I could have not told you, but it was a 7.
It was a 7, yeah.
Like, he's honest with him, but he failed to cast the spell, so the Demogorgon got him and killed him.
Which goes into later episode.
Exactly. He's biking home. Dustin leaves him,
and they get taken by we don't know what it is to start out with.
Yeah, it's a humanoid. It's a humanoid.
For the most part of the first season, we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, until you have.
No, you do see it in like episode 2 or 3.
Really? I don't remember seeing it.
I believe.
I think we see like in passing. Like,
no, you know what? Maybe I looked it up because I forgot what it looks like.
Yeah, we don't. I don't think we really see the Demogorgon.
That's another beautiful thing about it. You just know that people are getting taken and killed.
That brings me to a good point. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like creepy shows or movies where you don't actually see the monster until the end.
Oh, it's very effective.
I love those because I hate Saw movies and jump scare movies.
Oh, I don't like Saw.
It's not scary.
No.
But when it's a weird shadowy creature in the background you never actually see. Oh,
but
it gets me going.
So Will's running home. He gets to his house. He still hears the creature, so he goes to the shed and tries to load up the gun. Will is extremely smart. He's like, okay, I'm gonna protect myself. I'm not just gonna like hide in my room. I'm not gonna like walk slowly and be like, hello, who's there? Like, I'm gonna run to the shed and I'm gonna load up my gun.
And try to shoot him.
He tried to cast Fireball and he failed and he got taken. So the gun, basically being Fireball, he rolled a 7 and he died.
The entire thing is basically a D&D campaign.
Yes, exactly.
Which I love. It's all paralleled in their campaign.
And then, so the next thing I want to talk about is Winona Ryder, who is Will's mom.
Yes.
She is
amazing.
An amazing actress. Perfect at her character. She perfectly plays like the mother going crazy.
The scared mom whose kids are missing. No one could find
I can't talk much about her performance yet because it's just the first episode.
Yeah, her real stuff comes in, like the lights.
Yes, I've seen that part already, but I can't talk about it because it's the first episode.
We can talk about it, but
yeah. Another thing is Will's brother, Jonathan, stayed out late.
Oh my god.
If he hadn't done that, Will would probably still be alive. Or Jonathan would be gone too.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that yet though.
Okay. We meet 11 in the first episode, right? We meet 11?
Yes.
Yeah, she gets the burger and that's a great scene.
Yeah.
In that diner.
I literally have on my I
love the guy who runs the diner.
I have that in my notes. Benny.
So nice.
Benny frowny
Benny's
face.
so awesome. Benny dies. And also, as we're assuming, you all watched the first episode or have seen it before.
We can record like a
spoilers.
Cut this part out, but we can record like a spoilers ahead. Don't watch this if you haven't watched the thing. Anyway, okay. Another thing I need to talk about though. The music.
Oh my god, yes.
Wait, what are the guys? Who do the aren't they brothers? The guys who make the score?
Yeah, they're brothers. Yeah. But yeah, they nailed it. They nailed the feel. Okay, so again, I haven't seen the show in a while. It's been like a year or two, but the feel of the show.
No,
it's perfect.
Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein.
Oh, not brothers. Okay.
No.
I think we're thinking. I was thinking of the Russo brothers.
I was too.
But yeah. Oh my god, the feel. Okay, so. Oh my god. The intro song.
Oh.
The intro titles.
The intro song is music porn.
Basically, yes.
Like.
Oh my god, it's so good.
The first time. That's another thing that hooked me on the show when I first watched it.
Just the title sequence.
Watch the title sequence.
It's perfect. It is honestly perfect.
You can't make a better title sequence than that, I don't think. Like that's like 10 out of 10 title sequence.
I wish I was on that project.
Yeah, the music for it is absolutely perfect. Also, I don't think this is an episode 1, but I'm gonna forget to talk about it. They play Africa by Toto. It's a great time.
They do. Quick interjection about when Will gets taken in the shed.
Yeah.
I love how they cut the light out,
Yeah.
right, and then it just vanishes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh,
I
dude, the cinematography.
I think Stranger Things might be one of the most beautiful shows or
Mhm.
well shot shows I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, Breaking Bad's beautiful in its own way. Like other shows I watch are amazingly shot, but Stranger Things, it's special.
Yeah,
There's
it
something
is. No,
special
it
about it.
is.
It's so creepy. It's so okay. Again, we didn't grow up in the '80s,
No,
but it's so nostalgic.
it is. I feel
Uh,
nostalgia, and I wasn't even part of
yeah,
that.
because
Like,
the thing is, we grew up around people who did grow up in the '80s,
yeah.
so we were exposed to sort of '80s things.
You know what's a weird thing to think about?
Hmm.
The characters on that show,
Mhm.
they're adults. Like they're
Yeah, that's
adults
weird.
with kids now. If they really exist. Like if
Yeah,
they really existed.
it's the same thing with like it, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely.
Also, they were filming a sequel, and
I know.
people have been cast, and it's weird.
I
Anyway,
know.
not important. Um,
But
he's so good.
yeah, so
Oh,
another
just most of this is gonna be us saying he's so
it's
good.
no, yeah, it's really like literally just gonna be us
I think it's
saying, "Oh, this is what happened. This
it's
is
so
why it's
good.
amazing."
Yeah,
Steve.
Steve Harrington. Yeah,
Yes.
Hairboy,
He is
the
the
mom of the group.
the coolest douche.
Yeah,
He's clearly supposed to be like the stereotypical cool guy, but he's like not.
and
He
also, I mean,
is in a lot of ways, he isn't in a lot of
yeah,
ways. Later on we'll see his
he
character.
becomes a mom.
Well, yes, he does become a mom,
He
but that's
becomes the
season
mom of the
2
group.
really.
Yeah,
But his character is a roller coaster.
oh
Like
yeah,
he does a lot of really shitty things. He does a
Mhm.
lot of really awesome things.
yeah,
Overall, he's a great guy.
yeah.
But
Um,
they did an amazing job of making him a real character instead of
Mhm.
just like a total douchebag.
Also, from a writing standpoint, the interaction between all the kids. So like
Oh yeah,
Will,
no.
it's perfect.
I was gonna say too. It's a beautiful story. I love movies about like the group of kids that
Mhm.
slays the monster. Like
Yeah,
the group of kids that does something that nobody else can
and
do because they have that friendship and that bond.
I think one thing that happens a lot in like Hollywood or like the world of filmmaking and TV show making is older people write lines for little kids or teenagers, and
Yeah.
you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell it's like an adult who thinks, "Oh, this is what kids sound like these days." Sup, bro?
Like Life is Strange.
Oh my
No.
god. But like this didn't feel like that to me. It felt like actual conversations kids would
I
have.
feel like this is absolutely the show where one of the like actors would be like, "That's not.
Yeah.
We would not like talk like that," and they'd be
Mhm.
like, "Okay, well, let's rewrite it."
Mhm.
Like, I know like the actors on that show. I'm pretty sure get treated very well.
Oh yeah, no, they're yeah.
They're a group of buds. Sorry.
Also, I love one thing I love about the first episode is the pacing.
No, yeah,
It's slow.
it's slow, but
It's
it
slow.
keeps
It
you
has
wrapped up.
it
Like,
has like when God, what's her name? The mother is looking for Will
yeah,
Byers out in the woods. There's nothing's happening. She's
Yeah.
just wandering through the woods looking for her son, checking out the fort.
dude.
Fort Byers, I think it's called.
If you like,
And also, no, when I first saw it, I thought it was in the fort because it cut to
Yeah.
the memory, and it was a perfect cut.
yeah,
And then it cut back to like there's no one there.
yeah, exactly.
Oh god, it's such a beautiful, perfectly
There
done
are
show.
so many things you can just point out and be
That-
like, they
That's
did that.
really
Like,
well done.
pretty much any scene you can be like, they did this. It's awesome. Like,
Mhm.
Also, if you like slow, like paced,
Mhm.
not just jumping right into it shows,
Yeah,
The
this is-
Wire is
oh
the
my
show
God, yeah.
for you too.
Yeah.
Because that
So
show
keep
is
bringing that up.
a season. A season is a single case.
Mhm.
Actually, the show is basically not the show is not a single case, but
Yeah.
it's a very like anticlimactic, real experience. It's very different from Stranger Things. Obviously, it's a very realistic show.
Also, I like one thing about Stranger Things is I like how they didn't make the town seem like a town something bad would happen in.
Yeah, no,
It's,
I
it's, it's
have
a
that.
normal town.
I have that
Oh,
in my
nice.
notes, so we'll talk about that
Nice.
more.
Also, Hopper.
That's my next point. Stop interrupting me. I have these
I
notes.
totally
No.
didn't just read your notes.
Hopper is a. Did you?
No, I saw
Hopper.
Hawkins. I was like, oh, it's Hopper.
Hopper is a drunk.
I love it.
He's totally washed up. He is in grieving
Mm-hmm.
because I think it's revealed in the first episode that his daughter.
They hint at it. They don't actually say what happened.
No, yeah, but they do say that his daughter was killed. Like
Mhm.
she's dead.
Yeah.
But he's not a hero. Like
I love that,
absolutely not. He's the most unlikely hero.
Yeah,
he's the
he's
kind
not
of
a
guy who
hero
would be
cop.
like, "It's not my problem." Like,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
oh, if we can't find him, we can't
the
find
first
him.
time we see him, he's like passed out on the couch.
Yeah, but
taking
he
pills.
really like takes the case on.
And he's like, holy shit, this is bad.
yeah,
Something
like,
bad's happening.
because I
Um,
think it is hinted that his daughter something terrible happened to her.
We
um,
figured that we learned what happens later.
Yes,
Which
did
I
we?
think season 2 we learned that she I'm not
Thanks.
saying who she
Yeah.
is, but things happened to her.
Okay.
I think. I could be calling that wrong, but
I don't remember, but
yeah.
I just know that
Different kid. Different kid.
he fudge.
He's great.
Harper.
Harper.
Hopper. I read that wrong. Hopper is medicating for what we
Depression.
assume is depression.
Yeah.
Usually he's in this this haze, this stupor, but when he really needs to, he comes through and he is an amazing sheriff.
Yeah. Also, I love how the first thing we see him do, the first cop thing we see him do, is go deal with a dispute between neighbors about pumpkins.
Yeah.
And then that leads into it's not pumpkin. A person didn't do that to the pumpkins. And then he goes to the police precinct or the station, and everything else unfolds, and it's amazing. Yeah. Also, I love how his trailer or something like that is too small for him. Like when he's taking a shower, the shower head's here.
I don't think I saw it. Well, no, you know what? Maybe I did.
I love how he's out of place. He's clearly given up on caring.
That's such. I didn't notice that. You didn't even watch the episode.
I remember.
Okay.
No,
that inspires me
because about the show.
They talk about how he used to be a big city detective. He went to the city to become a big city detective. It's hinted something terrible happened. He came back. He is a big city guy in a small town. He doesn't belong here.
Taking the midnight train, going anywhere. But yeah, dude, this show. When I first saw it, it blew me away.
Oh yeah, me too. I stayed up. I don't know if I mentioned this. I stayed up all night watching the first season.
Yeah, I didn't do that mainly because I had stuff to do. But I watched the first episode really late at night, which is a mistake.
Yeah.
When you're a tired, stressed out teenager. But it was so good. Oh Absolutely. My god. And then I rewatched the next day with my brother. It's like, dude, he's like, Jasper, you should watch this, but with me. You should watch it with me. I was like, screw you. I watched it myself. I watched it later that week, and we both freaked out. It was so good. I love Stranger Things.
So I'm almost done with my notes here.
Okay.
But there's an exchange between I don't remember Winona Ryder's character.
I'll look it up. But yeah,
Will's mom and Sheriff Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Joyce
and Hopper. Where Hopper says 99 out of 100 times when a kid goes missing, he's with
his friends,
somebody he knows.
Yeah.
And then she says, "What about the one time? What about
this is the one?
This is the one time." And he says, "This is Hawkins. Nothing bad happens here." It's such a perfect this is not a town where bad stuff happens. Yeah. This is not
it's a small town in Illinois.
This is not Derry from It. This is
Illinois basically is Derry from It.
A really normal town.
Yeah. But except for the fact that there's a weird government facility.
There is that, yes.
But no one really knows about that.
Yeah.
They think it's just a radio.
They think it's
communication center or something like that.
Fudge, I don't remember what it was.
It's some kind of government building.
Yeah, I think they think it's an energy.
Yeah, it was an energy building. Yeah,
building of some kind. But
which is not. Oh, also, I think it's episode 1 where they're actually inside that building. The scientist goes into that room and sees the weird fungus thing growing out of the wall.
Yeah,
getting alive in the elevator. Is that episode what? Episode 1.
Oh, I remember.
The elevator thing where he just vanishes.
That's the first scene of episode 1. That's how it starts.
That, I think, is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea what the hell is happening.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it starts.
And then it just cuts to them playing D&D.
Yeah.
So what the hell? What is this show? But it's amazing. At the same time. Also, we're recording for an hour.
I know. Well, we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
But at one point, Mike really wants to gather everyone up and for them to go find.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? They don't meet 11 until the very end.
Yeah, it's the last.
So I'll talk about that in a second. But he's trying to get them all inspired to go find Will.
Mm-hmm.
And Will's like, "Don't you get it? He could have cast protection, but he didn't. He could have saved himself, but he chose to fight for the party."
Yeah.
And then they're all like, "Damn, dude, we gotta find this guy."
Yeah.
He is
never
friend.
Never break up the party.
Yeah, exactly. And then
also Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. I love her character. I love her. I love the way she does 11.
Yes.
She's quiet. She has no idea what's happening. She's terrified for her safety.
Yeah.
For her life.
All of the actors
are great.
Are incredible.
Yeah,
they're child actors that know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're usually. I think most of them are in their teens.
Well, yeah, but
they look young, and so
they're still pretty much children.
Yeah, they're child actors, but it's perfect.
Yes.
Basically, moral of the story:
story.
Stranger Things is amazing.
Yes, that's basically
We're
going
gonna
to
keep
be
watching it.
the wrap up or the
Yeah.
the
That's
summary.
that's the title.
Stranger Things is amazing.
Yep.
Last two notes.
Yeah.
John and his mom have Jonathan. They never call him John. So Jonathan and Joyce have like the perfect mother-son relationship. Like they care about each other. Sometimes Jonathan
They
cares
fight,
for
yeah.
they fight. They love each other. Like it's a beautiful whatever. They didn't have to put that in. They could have just had Jonathan do his own thing.
Yeah.
Had Joyce do. For some reason I thought never mind. Whatever. I don't know. That's a perfect on-screen like.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to get. Also, they look kind of similar, which is hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look perfectly related.
No.
But to be fair, most families aren't perfect copies of each other. I don't look like my family at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's more of a immediate family.
Yeah. I think
they nailed it.
The casting
is perfect.
Whatever. It's so like good. What are you gonna say about it? It's perfect. Like they created an amazing show, and this brings us to the end of episode 1, where it ends with them. What did I just say?
You're good. You're good. Okay, I thought it stopped for a second.
They're searching the forest.
Yeah.
This is the party is searching for. Let's call them the party.
The party. Yeah.
That's the group. They're searching the forest for Will, and all of a sudden they pan their flashlight up, and it's Elle there, shivering. Oh, I didn't talk about Benny. Benny dies. Benny dies real quick. He's trying to help out
Benny so
Elle 11.
Benny's the best.
Yes, he's amazing.
I wish I knew a Benny.
Yeah, they're
it's clear that he's very confused.
Yes.
He has no idea what's happening, but he's still willing to help his kid.
He is a sweetheart. Yeah. And he calls Child Protective Services.
But
and then
Child Protective Services.
The government agents come, shoot him in the fucking face. Yeah, it's a sad moment.
I wish Benny lived for longer.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then 11 obviously uses her powers, which we see her powers actually in use for the first time here. She uses them to kill the remaining government agents and escape. And this is when the party is going out into the woods. It's raining.
Yeah.
And they pan up the flashlight onto 11's face, and then the music kicks in, and then it ends the episode. And that's when you know you need to watch the entire season.
The entire run of everything that ever happens. And it's related to the show.
Yes, absolutely.
So moral of the story.
Moral of the story.
Watch Stranger Things.
Watch episode 1. If you're not hooked, your money back guaranteed.
Well, yeah.
No, it's
free.
Yeah.
Or it's on Netflix.
Well, it's not free.
Yeah, it's not free.
It's
free for me.
Absolutely, yes.
It's parents.
But absolutely, like, if you're not watching Stranger Things,
you should.
Be watching Stranger Things. It's one of those shows that it's like Breaking Bad or The Wire. It's gonna be
a piece of art.
It's absolutely.
A piece of art. So we're gonna wrap this up here.
Yes, this is the end of the episode.
Thanks for listening. If you have any, tell us what you think about the show.
Yes.
Episode. We want to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening, guys. Tune in next week for episode 2 of Stranger Things.
Nice.
And other random stuff we talk about.
You will be running episode 2.
I will actually be running episode 2.
Because I've already watched it.
Yeah.
And it won't be fresh in my head.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
See you guys. Adios.
Later.